What's up, good people? It's your boy C. Wit from Boys to Gentlemen, and here's another episode of Return to Honor. Real quick, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to click the subscribe button and make sure to click on the bell for notifications so you'll be notified when we drop a new video. Now, first order of business at hand, I want to take a quick minute to make sure for anybody that's looking for insurance, I want to give a special spotlight to James Peters at Farmers Insurance. For any of your insurance needs, please check this man out. I'm giving my personal testament. The customer service that I experienced with this man is amazing. It's, an honor to be able to call him friend, but it's even more of an honor to say how professional and amazing that he's been through my whole insurance experience. So definitely go get you a quote. I'll leave all of his information at the bottom link, but I wanted to take some time to give a shout out to Mr. James Peters. Make sure you go and check him out. Now, getting back to the matter at hand, I've had the opportunity to really start the school year at working with some of the schools, and I continue to learn the more exposure that I have. So I'm watching teachers that have particular experiences, and right now I'm going to focus on the at-risk kids. So one thing that I am definitely seeing that is needed anytime you're dealing with conversations that you're having with kids, one of the most dangerous misconceptions is the understanding that you communicated when you really didn't, and understanding that sometimes you could be speaking but they're not hearing you. So one of the things I do from a standpoint of visual aids, I talk about the silent interpreter. And if I want to put that into perspective with some of, the 8 tools of tilling the soil of the at-risk student, one of the tools and one of the things necessary to dealing with this situation that I'm talking about is really understanding who else is planting in your garden, who else are the rival farmers that are going to come in and sow something that you didn't want sowed. And what I often learn, I love communication, and when the more I pay attention to education and communication, I see that these things are so far apart. We are very poor at communicating. We're great at talking, but actually communicating is difficult. So the visual of the silent interpreter is really dealing with the simple standpoint of many times when you're coming in and you are talking to somebody, they may not be hearing you. Or even if they're hearing your voice, your words aren't making it through the silent interpreter. Now, what is the silent interpreter? The silent interpreter is their experiences. So you could be coming in giving a compliment, something as simple as telling somebody that they have nice shoes. But that silent interpreter can take your words and come in and say, you remember when they told that other kid that they had nice shoes, and right before they could say thank you, they busted out with, what are those? Those are fears. Those are things that put up walls, triggers. And how can that other person possibly know that a compliment, a well-intended compliment, a well-communicated compliment could easily turn into this person is trying to do harm for me? And that is something that I'm watching happen over and over again with our students. Many of the students that we're trying to reach out to have their own baggage. They have their own experiences. That's pretty much all people. But the issue is we rarely see how we line up with those experiences because we're not aware of them. So the remedy and tool that I offer for any type of miscommunication, to me, is always distance of relationship. Getting closer in relationship often does away with a lot of miscommunications, because if you look at it from a standpoint, if you have a person over here and then you have a person over here, if they're speaking to each other from this distance, how much room is there for misinterpretations? But when we close that gap and become closer in relationship, it makes it harder for an outside source to come and say something that you didn't say. If I'm over here and I'm over here, then so many different things can come in and be that silent interpreter. But when you have established closer relationship, that means closer communication. That means that that person hears me better because there's less room for somebody to come in. They know me better. They have experienced me with an intentional desire to show them respect, and for them to feel respected often goes a long way in them not having that room and not having that distance for them to think, oh, this person just trying to disrespect me, or this person is trying to do me a certain type of way. I think it's extremely important that we start remedying the issues of distance when it comes to communication, because we keep allowing that silent interpreter, that person that's coming in, telling them all the negative things, telling them all the things that's going to get them off track. So I want to help with the miscommunications that many people are having with their students when it comes to education, because when you go out and you see that bright, smart, brilliant child, it becomes extremely difficult when you feel like you're saying all the right things and you're getting the exact opposite response. Sometimes we need to find out what that silent interpreter is saying, and a lot of times the remedy for that is closer connection, closer relationship that makes communication possible. So, as always, it's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to work in the Abilene district with these phenomenal educators. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Please share this video. Give me some input, some feedback on some topics that you may want to talk about. But these are some of the things that I'm seeing, and I definitely feel confident in being able to help with a lot of the situations. Understand there are no absolutes. I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but I am saying that a lot of the things that I'm watching and I'm seeing, I am actively dealing with, and we're getting some positive results. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for being a part of From Boys to Gentlemen. Thank y'all. And remember, this whole focus is returning to the honor of educating our students. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.